Hello. Welcome into another episode of Devil's Den Radio. I'm your host, DevilJoN. I have my wife here.
Hello.
Because couples that slay together, stay together. So, because we destroy everything. There you go. A little bit hardcore.
It's a good start. I'm digging it. Can't go wrong with Hatebreed.
Well, you can, because if you breed hate, then you could be
If you listen to
misconstrued.
Yeah, but if anyone ever took the time to actually listen to their lyrics, they would need to see it's not hateful at all.
Yeah, it's
actually pretty uplifting most of the time. Like
it's
if you need a come on, move,
get
motivated kind of music, it's a good one.
It's definitely like the get motivated gym music.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Shout out Slumpkin King, Clown Spaz. But let's pay some bills real quick, alright?
Let's do it.
Why don't you?
To the plugs. Why did you do it like that?
Why not?
Because patreon.com/devilsdenradio is where you can take stock in the show. Like VeganJosh, Shane, the king of our tribe. You know, like he started the tribe, you know, so he's the creator
of the circus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Slumpkin, you know, Slumpkin's over there on Twitch, you know, as Clown Spaz, and we're still missing a hippie.
We are. He's busy.
He's in Philadelphia, and our Devils are number one in the NHL.
We are number
one. And he's allowed to watch. And he's allowed to watch now because the streak was broken.
Yeah, it was broken.
It was broken at 13. 13
it's pretty
straight.
Damn impressive.
Yeah, 13 straight was a nice look. But now it's number one. Now everybody's looking at us and being like, hey, look at you. You broke the game. Anyway, but when you hear that sound, you know, also throughout the show, it is a reminder to check out the links that we have provided for you on whatever platform you are listening to. And also do us a favor and share it with your friends. Share it with your like-minded friends or unlike-minded friends. I don't care. You know, share it with your mom. Who cares?
Share it with your mom. Your dad.
This is a show that you share with your mom. You know, because, you know, I think everybody that listens to the show at least is a little bit off the rails, which most of the conversations go to, which kind of leads into an interesting conversation because you mentioned Hatebreed and their lyrics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how many times have, you know, I guess as an ambassador, an unofficial ambassador of, you know, hardcore and death metal and things like that, because there are positive songs that are in death metal. Like if you listen to melodic death metal, like people like there's such thing as a melodic death metal, and it's like, yes. And there's singing and what you call screamo. That was the other thing that like really pisses me off the most, is that everybody goes, I can't understand the screamo stuff.
It's not one and the same. There's
I was like,
different.
You don't understand the screamo stuff? Like, what are you talking about? Like, are you talking about like the small phase of when like the emo kids were like, ah?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no. Like Thursday was okay. Like they kind of did like decent stuff. I think there was like one other one, but I'm just drawing a blank right now.
Oh, they're not exactly your favorite type of bands.
Well, it was around, the time that I was, like, I would say, very influential in a sense, as like a listener, because it's like, oh, well, what's going on in the scene, you know what I mean? In the scene, and it was like, it's like guys are wearing girl pants and fucking 2 shirts, and one of the shirts is like 2 sizes too small. Dang, man.
You fell down the stairs again.
Your equilibrium is just way, way, way off.
I think he hasn't grown into those giant feet and he doesn't know how to maneuver in them. I'm sorry, that's totally off topic. Yeah. Couldn't help but hear a large thud in the background, though, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I heard.
Oh, God, I wish you guys could hear the sounds right now.
Yeah. And I think everybody's eating shit on stairs, though. Like, that's why it's like, socks and stairs do not get along.
Never a good idea. That's why I'm always in slippers.
Socks and stairs, you'll eat shit all the time.
Every time.
Every time.
Carpeted stairs. Oh.
Carpeted stairs? No. And we have, like, the bamboo floor, so, like, when you come down off of the carpeted stairs and onto it, and you hit that shit a little bit too aggressive, you could be on your ass.
Yeah, even the cat knows about that.
Yep. Yo. Yeah, I was going to say the cat ate shit that day. Ate shit. Oh, man.
Our stairs have claimed many victims.
We should have like the fucking like indoor security system, pointed inside too.
We should just to see the hilarity on the stairs and play reels of it on like YouTube.
What's funny is a friend of ours, has a video of me, leaving their place and then running literally right into their fucking like little lantern thing.
That's hilarious.
That's like, oh, and he's like, yeah, I got it too. I got one too myself. Like,
that's funny.
Check the links, and also check out his band, Mike Frank and Friends.
Yeah, he's been working hard.
He's working hard. How about that? See, Flip Flop's not here.
Yeah, we miss him. It's always like a piece of us is missing when he's not here.
I always feel like I don't want to do the show ever.
I know, without him. Like me too.
Gets to a point where it's like, I don't want to do
That's why we're late, partially. Plus winterizing the den, but...
Yeah, the winter has come upon us. It's December already. What the fuck?
December.
But what the fuck is up with that?
I don't know. I literally went to change out paperwork at work today since it was the 1st, and I was like, ew, how is this possible? Like,
yeah, it
is not supposed to be the end of the year already. Gotcha. It's like, how the heck are we going to be going into 2023 already?
How? It's going to be pretty quick, honestly.
Yeah. The days go by pretty fast.
They go by too damn quick.
And it seems like when I was a kid, I swear, time stood still. It felt like school years lasted forever. And like I felt like I was going to be in elementary school for the rest of my existence. But now, zip, gone.
Yeah, we also got some sound effects going into this episode. So.
Oh, we're getting fancy.
Oh, yeah. Live studio audience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What? You don't know? What? Oh. What? What did you say?
Nothing.
What did you... Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be one of those days. Don't you wish you can sit there and just be like, you mother...
That's perfect. I need that for, like, meetings.
It's like, can you believe this motherfucker is, like, really trying to, like, with everything?
Exactly.
He literally with everything,
Messed it all the way.
all the way up. Yo, are you calling me up? No.
It didn't click right, damn it.
No.
Delayed click.
Delay click. It was like, you've over-clicked me.
You've clicked your mouse too many times.
Wow. It's alright. It's 3-2 Devils over Predators right now. I'm pretty happy.
Like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time. So, in this episode, though, we were starting to talk about the lyrics and such, and how I said that I made myself an unofficial ambassador. Now let's get back on track with that.
Yes.
But because I feel like I usually like fucking talk about the defending of it, and I said that everybody always the term screamo always comes in, and I'm like, screamo? Really? That's what we go with? We go with screamo? But the screamo, I guess, is the terming, is what I hear a lot of people that don't listen. And I'm like, but then like, there's the other thing that comes up is if I don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, if you don't understand, Google the lyrics. It's really simple. That's what I do if I'm like, hey, I really like the way the song is sounding, but I don't quite understand everything they're saying. Let me look this up real quick.
But honestly, there's a lot of vocalists, in my opinion, that enunciate well.
Oh, yeah, there are.
And, we might have to do a little bit of a show and tell, in a sense, okay? So
Give them examples of singers with good enunciation versus poor.
Well, like we'll say the vocals that people I could see have a hard time, be like, yeah, I don't know because sometimes I'm not even understanding all of what they're saying. I have to like kind of like go like, what? Like there's all right, there's one dude, there's name, and I think it's Adam. And his shit is pretty fucking cool though. So let's see. We'll do some of this.
All right.
So anyhow,
A little show and tell.
Oh,
as
show
you
and
say.
tell. Yep.
All right.
So
who are we having the pleasure of listening to here?
First is a band called Oceano, but I would have to say, I don't know. It's kind of hard to. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Right. I was like,
A wee dad comes up. That's
yeah,
great.
That's funny.
Check the links.
Hopefully this works.
Yeah, what the hell, computer? Come on, man.
It won't.
We really need an upgrade. I guess that has to be like moved up on the priority list.
Yeah, I guess it can. So here, let's try weaponizer.
Come on, buddy, work. You got this.
No.
It's like restart your computer.
Yeah.
But
I was just playing.
I know,
things.
It just worked just fine. Like 2 seconds ago.
Like the whole thing.
We
there.
paused it.
Yeah, like fuck you, dude.
He just doesn't like this band.
Yeah.
YouTube's like, you are not listening to this.
Like, yeah, fuck you, dude. Like, no.
Wow. Are we getting somewhere this time? I think we might. Come on, baby.
I see a wheel. I see.
spinning.
I see some stuff here.
You spin me right
Yep.
round, baby, right round.
Take this time also to go to devilsdenradio.com. How about that? You know, because devilsdenradio.com will take you to our own personal website that we manage ourselves here. And you can take a look at how all of our past guests, which we're going to get a few new guests and some repeat guests, because I was talking to John about getting him on and doing an episode, because usually when like I brush, you know, elbows next to him, it's like it's never just a short, you know, chit chat.
Yeah.
So with that, you know, there's a lot of catching up to do, because you know, there was the announcing of you know, their, I guess you could say, touring guitar player. There's the boat tour that
is now sold out.
Sold out. Headbangers tour on boats and
Pretty
hoes.
cool.
Which is kind of cool for them, man, and I'm glad for that, because it's like a good nostalgia feel for people. You know, because it's like 2006 called, and it's like, let's have a show.
It would have been fun, but the price was just a little
it was
too
a little
high.
rich for the blood, man. Yeah, it really
Like, we
was.
could do a lot of different things like that, like get to another Devils game.
Yeah. Dang, man.
What is the deal with this? All the advertisements work.
Yeah.
Conveniently.
That's always how that works.
Bitches.
But, I guess what I could do, which it's going to be a little janky, but, you know, hey, I can still do it.
We'll improvise.
A little improvised.
Work around our tech issue.
Yeah. But, when I hear people say, hey, I don't understand what the fuck he's saying, think about fucking even just something newer that's like kind of popular. Fucking Lorna Shore. What the like? If you can tell me the lyrics to Lorna, like, and repeat those for me.
There are like phrases that I can pick out, but not entire things.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, cool tones.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I had to like Google some stuff and be like, what is he saying here? I'm like, oh shit, I really do like the lyrics to this song a lot. Like, that's deep. But like, then it sucks when you can't fully understand it.
So this is what I would say everybody, you know, like, says, is the screaming vocal. But this is more like black metal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I heard dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams.
Yo.
What? Dreams.
Sounded like Tootsie.
Yeah, that's my Tootsie voice.
I
When
know, that's
fucking
why I
mimic
like
him.
I like food. I'll get you your dreams.
So, but that's black metal sounds, like, you know, and if you don't know any black metal bands, like, you can just go back and look up any, let's go back with, which one would I actually listen to? Well, how about the Sons of Northern Darkness?
Never heard of them.
Well, do you know who the Sons of Northern Darkness are?
No.
Well, that is Immortal. Immortal. So I'm gonna.
Sounds pretty cool so far. So
See how, like, you know, I said that, like, they're very black metal influenced. Yeah.
I like that sound though. I don't know why, but I do.
Like that girl.
So it reminds me of like
Like,
an
like-
account in a castle
Yeah.
being like, "Wow, crazy vampire!" Like
Yeah.
letting loose.
Like, yeah, anytime you hear like the,
Yeah,
it's like a fucking like gargle.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, but that's like that blackened sound, you know, black metal. Like, you know, they kind of have that like. But then, there's the death metal vocals, right? And it kind of gets a little bit, I would say, a little bit better with enunciation.
Yeah.
And there's, and maybe this is my, and this is obviously my opinion, and it sucks that we lost him, but Trevor was probably the best for like death metal. And when I say that, like, you could hear the words, like his enunciation and his tones with his screams were fucking spot on. Like, people that aren't even a fan of this band are like, it's dope.
Yeah, you can hear every single word he's singing.
Dreams of black.
Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's like, and he's using like, you know, kind of like tones that like were kind of explored with blackened, you know, bands, you know, black metal bands. And it's like, oh, I'm going to mix up these textures with this and this death metal. But they also kind of had a core element, but the guitar players were also on point with shit, because it's like almost like fucking listening to classical music played with a death metal band. Anyway, so when it comes to enunciation of certain things, there's a lot of bands in those genres as well that I would say that do not. Like, you would be like, all right, I need a Rosetta Stone, and
Yes.
I also would need some hieroglyphic, you know, cheat sheet, if you will. It's called a lyric sheet, though, people. You know, just look it up. You know, most of the time, you know, well, now it's, if you're listening on Spotify, you just click lyrics. Shit, like,
Yep.
when I'm fucking around with the cover band, most of the time I'm just like playing Spotify and reading the lyrics and going, yeah, I'm gotta learn this. Yep. Hello, our friend. Welcome into the live den here. We're just kind of ranting on about
Metal.
metal and such, because that's kind of a day it's been, man. It's been a metal day. But a lot of times, you know, when it comes to you know, the vocals is always the biggest thing that like people are like, I'm off put by the newer metal. And I always say that like Metallica, like people are like, oh, I listen to metal like Metallica, and I'm like,
No.
Metallica is like hard rock.
Yeah,
and
at
if,
best.
and you know, because they haven't been like metal since like fucking like Master of Puppets, and even at like Master of Puppets level, by like what's in like metal, it's
Nah.
because they're not thrash. They lost their thrash element, in my opinion. And then check out the links. because I'm gonna get canceled because I'm talking shit about Metallica. Well, I might as well go all in and talk shit about fucking Kurt Hammett always using the goddamn whammy pedal. It's like, wow, 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 wow. Like, what the fuck, man? I get to see them though, so that was
yeah. Every time I think of them, I think of his.
Do I know Turnstile? Yes, Turnstile is pretty good. They're fun.
Yeah, I love Turnstile. It's actually my son's favorite band.
All right. They remind me of a lot of the what was it like Snapcase and like bands like that, because they mix that, that punk, but also they brought in a lot of different sounds and such with the newer stuff like Holiday and all that. That's like fucking played on fucking Taco Bell fucking ads and shit now. So they're getting ad placement. They're getting co-headlining spots with like Blink-182 and shit.
Crazy.
Like, yeah, they blew the fuck up, man.
Like, it
so
felt like overnight too.
It wasn't overnight for sure. It felt like it. Well, yeah, I guess, well, it's also kind of funny because, like, by the time I introduced that group to you guys, I was like, hey, guys. I was like, hey, you guys might like this too, But I was like, this new album is a little bit different, but not too far different from what they were doing, but
enough different that and everybody else liked it too.
Yeah, everybody jumped right on. And it was pretty dope.
That's what I mean. It seemed to blow up with that album.
Welcome, our friends, Sam I Am and what is this? IP Cuvis.
Oh, hey, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're just talking metal.
We're talking metal, man. But the other vocals, though, that I would say, since we're talking about hardcore now, in a sense with Turnstile, is that post-hardcore, which, that is, where Turnstile kind of like fits, in that, in my opinion, with the genre label, in a sense. Even though they get experimental with certain tones, but it's post-core at its finest. It's like Poison the Well and Glassjaw and fucking insert any other band like that in there. And you kind of get this mixture of like singing and screaming now. And it's like,
yep.
But not only that, like you get this like what I would say emotive performances, especially out of Turnstile. There's a lot of, I would say emotiveness out of what they do as a group.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the visual stuff that they're starting to do now, though, is definitely getting to a different artistic level.
Oh, yeah.
So that's cool. But congrats to them.
Yeah, they're killing it.
But other than that, you got your Hatebreed, because Jamie Hatebreed's got a decent scream, man. Because although he comes from the school of like, the Cro-Mags and Earth Crisis. Do you know about Earth Crisis?
Nope.
Like it's like literally like what I would call like, like straight up caveman hardcore. Dun dun dun
gym
dun,
music.
Dun, 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 dun. Two-stepping fucking breakdowns, man. Just fucking straight up let a caveman motherfucking live. Which I never got I would say it never got out of my system. Everybody was like, oh, the hardcore shit's a phase, And honestly, no. Like, if I see, like, a few hardcore bands, like, it's, like, definitely, depending on the song, it's touching. So I was like, yeah, I still got that feeling that I did when I was, like, a fucking kid.
Takes you back.
when we were young. But now I'm all the shit. When you... Oh, man. But the singing, screaming stuff as well kind of took a turn, though, in the metal scene with deathcore. And, Bring Me the Horizon came into that,
Yes.
mix.
We will never sleep. Kissing me for the week. Living every day. Killing me every day.
Yeah. Although, I'm not going to lie. That was a pretty dope song.
Yeah, definitely. I do love
But
Bring Me the Horizon. Not so
back
much
then,
the new
back,
stuff.
Back
but
then,
back,
though, there was only like 2 or 3 songs that I would say are listenable,
some of the really old stuff's rough.
It's, like, was it Prayer for Plagues or something like that? And this is just off the top of the dome, peeps. And then, but when they got Jonah from I Killed the Prom Queen in the group, I'll tell you what, Jonah took them to the next level as songwriters. Because Sepulturnal,
that's my favorite album of theirs.
That was
number
the
one.
Yeah. Well, they learned a lot with him how to, structure songs and add sounds to kind of supplement. And then eventually after that record, they got a keyboardist guy that was honestly I think a producer on that record. So
okay.
So then he just joined the band. So then he's a producer and he also does all the cool stuff. So all that, like, so they can do
cool.
that. Do the DJ and shit. Hello everybody. I just want everybody to know.
I got to see them once.
You got to see me live once.
Yes, I
yeah.
did.
Thank you. It's probably in a K-hole. Yo, he was fucking really deep into ketamine before Sepulturnal, and honestly, up until the writing of that record, he was like, getting clean and, coming out of that dark space. But I'm glad he found that. I wasn't not trying to downplay his struggle. I was just making podcast commenting as facetious as I be. But the deathcore stuff kind of took over, and it still kind of has its, I would say, hold for the most part, but not a big enough hold. Now the scales seem to have tipped more extreme again now, and it's like now like Lorna Shore is like really on popular. There. And it's like, what the fuck? Lorna Shores? Like, I was like, this is like...
sold out like their entire tour.
Yeah, and sold out, their tour
like
in North America, which was like, I was like, wow. I'm not like, I'm surprised, just because of the music. It's just really brutal. It's very fast.
It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's very popular, but it apparently is.
I think after a while... And I'm glad that this show kind of exists to do so, is to kind of have that conversation with our, hippie friend who's like in a jam band, and listens to fucking Fish in like Dave Matthews Band and
there he is with his fucking flip-flops. Check the links.
And check his band. But like, you see the mixture of that. But then you also get like this, like, all right, well, here's a little bit of this metal shit, man, because everybody seems to just like always think that it's gonna be black metal and you're gonna be hailing Satan and shit. It's like, nah, man. There's so many degrees to this shit, and I was showing the Dirter. Some of the techniques and things that I learned on how to preserve my voice and how they could apply for her to sing, with technique, and it's like, oh shit, like, it's like, yeah, it's a lot of air.
Her having to do those little singing part things for concert band really threw her off.
Yeah. Yeah, she like hit me with the. Oh.
I was like, what is she doing?
It's like, what are you trying to like mimic a vibrator or something?
Kind of like change the speed there a little bit after a while.
Yeah, I was gonna
get
say.
Bored.
I was gonna say that's a. I was gonna say you're gonna stick at that one. Sounds like the battery's dying.
Yeah, right. Oh, damn.
And then you gotta change it up. What the fuck, man?
What the fuck?
Oh, let's see. You enjoy myself. My fish is decent. Yeah. There's a lot of songs that Hippie Mike has played by Fish, and I'm not gonna say I don't, appreciate the musicianship at all. There's definitely a different. I would say it's just a different kind of like person that's like, I'm gonna follow this music and only this music though, because it's like. Yeah, it's very explorative, with music, but it's also kind of confined within those rules in a sense, because they're playing, just like everybody always plays within the I guess you could say the rules of music, because if you play beyond it too much, it doesn't sit well, and avant-garde only goes so far. So there's a science to it as well. And the science of the jam that I'm starting to understand, now that we've kind of explored this, I guess you can say mixing my little bit of metal into his hippie and his hippie into my metal. So it's like, I can appreciate it more in the sense of the ability to kind of take a riff and explore the options within that riff. But then the one thing that I don't, still have a difficulty in understanding is like, what point does everybody know that it's like, yo, we're gonna build up to this point and then we're gonna like move to that and then do this? Because if it's a jam, in my mind, you know what I mean, most jams, are impromptu. Like, you know what I mean? I've always thought of jamming as an impromptu thing, and it's like, oh, you know what? Hey guys, I got this idea. Let's jam it out for a little bit, and see what it's like. So that's why it's like when I hear jam bands and things like that, I'm like, I'm really off put, because it's like I don't want to hear you practice. You know what I mean? Not that I want to like pull the Allen Iverson card there and be like, are we talking about practice right now? I don't want to talk about practice. So I think just because of the terming, you know what I mean, immediately I'm kind of off put. The same as like most, hippie friends are like, what's the name of that band?
Yeah.
The Black Dahlia Murder? Yeah, I'll pass. But you'll listen to the Grateful Dead? That sounds like a death metal band.
It does.
The Grateful Dead. That's why I want to do like a fucking like it'd be fucking really funny to do death metal cover of a couple
it would be funny.
Or death metal influenced Grateful Dead covers.
That would be good. I think you should do that and drag Miko out to see it. You're like, come on,
well,
come
he's
see
gonna
the
be a
cover
part of
band. He would have to be with his percussion, because he definitely has the special, really awesome setup there for jamming.
He's quite the multi-instrumental feller.
Yeah, he's cool to watch play. Actually, like anytime we go check them out, he's usually the one who catches my eye the most because he's fun to watch because of all the different types of percussion he plays.
Now, I know I only used a few examples of some bands and such, and but those were just a few of the ones that I go to, when it comes to like just trying to convey the message. But I would like to hear, the conversation kind of continue, between melding the communities, you know what I mean? Because I think that's where there's a lot of similarities already. And I think that's why, when it comes to the Venn diagram, that we've, unofficially haven't even fucking fixed and updated. But, through the timeline of the show, the Venn diagram has been filled in. And there's a lot of stuff in the middle that is, I would say, the same.
Yeah.
Same.
Definitely.
But then there are things that are not same. And that just makes those things those individual things.
Yep.
So when you take those things and mix in the other things, you might have some good things. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so.
But I know that, from this show, I know we mentioned it when he was here, but the reintroduction, I should say, of like live performing music has entered our lives again, which is it's it's one of those things. It's you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But if you do not do anything, then what was it? What was it for, Basil? What was it all for? And I think that's what kind of came about for the cover band, because it's like, the studio project was always going to be a thing. Because Ant and I have, made that a mission since we even started the podcast. It's like, all right, maybe using the podcast, we'll find, a like-minded soul that wants to play drums for us. And they'll listen to this shit and be like, yo, I want to be on the show. It's like, cool. You want to play drums? Too? It's like, that'd be better. Then would be doing Bandcast. But the kind of Source Club has been non-existent for a while, but you know what? I think it might be a good time to bring it back one good time. What do you think?
Again, I wouldn't say it's been non-existent for a while. We just have kind of been smoking the same strain because we just don't smoke a lot of flower, so we're using it up.
Yep. So I'm gonna let you take your reins.
Well, we've kind of been flowing on this cookies stream lately, so I figured I'd take it a little further since they dropped a bunch of new strains here in good old Pennsylvania. So we have got Laughing Gas flower, which is a sativa-leaning hybrid. It's supposed to be pretty uplifting and happy. And the top couple of terps here are, limonene, caryophyllene, and myrcene, which is nice to see the limonene be heavy on there, which is, I'm guessing, where they came up with the name Laughing Gas, because that's going to be that uplifting, rather happy element.
Got you.
Yeah. I'm curious, does it smell gassy at all?
I would say that it has a very pungent, gassy, and when I say gassy, if you've ever smelled like jet fuel, like gassy, like that shit is gassy.
Has some good looking buds in there.
Yeah. Getting into the trusty grindy here.
Yeah, nice darker
that's-
green.
It's I'll tell you what though, it's dense.
Yeah, it's got a lot of like
Super
orange
dense.
and yellow trichomes popping up there.
Super dense, which is nice. Because, you know, a little bit will go a long way. But
Oh yeah, look at that. It broke up really nice.
yeah, this thing kind of almost has like a sour cheese, kind of like the sour cheesel.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had that before? Kind of has like a sour cheesel smell. It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
I've heard this is definitely one of the better cookies ones that we have in PA right now, at least from what the other folks at the dispensary were saying to me while I was picking it up.
Yeah, so
Well, we will see if it has the effects of laughing gas. It would be It would be kind of cool if it did, but
yeah, there's I would say it's it got a, I don't know, there's another note on the nose. It's another note that's on the nose that I can't really put a word to it yet. And maybe it's like almost like a sour, almost like a banana.
yeah, there's like a sweet, fruity, yet gassy kind of smell going on in there. It's really good.
So
It's very fragrant.
here you go. Take a whiff of Ruski.
Of the broken up stuff. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you
It
like
definitely
turn.
has a lot of like fruity smell in there.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's
Especially now that it's ground down.
like holy smokes.
Holy smokes, it's gonna smoke nice. It
Hopefully,
does feel a little dry though. I will say the cure on it feels a little dry. So we'll see.
yeah, maybe we'll give her the good old raw paper treatment
Of course.
with the needed noodle.
Noodle.
The needed noodle. The needed noodle. You need a noodle.
You do need a noodle. It's great. No Scooby snacks with the noodle. It's like the best way to enjoy a joint, in my opinion, now. Since we've started the rotini in the end there. But it definitely helps keep your mouth nice and clean. Because nobody likes those little pieces of bud that get stuck all over your tongue. All right. John's just sparking it up, so we'll have to see what his first taste says here in a moment. Smells nice.
And for all the motherfuckers out there that are gonna be like, "Hey, you let the lady, do it." No, there's rules to the roll. All right, if you roll it, you light it.
I would prefer you to get the cherry going, and it's usually when we smoke out a glass, you give it to me first anyway.
Exactly. So, when it comes to the roll, though, the roller has to they have to light it.
Yeah, I like when you get it going.
Because if the roller does not do it, I think it's fucking disrespectful. Unless they pass the honor on.
Yeah. So, what's it tasting like, in your opinion, over there?
It's pretty sour on the after.
Oh, yeah. Wow, very sour.
That's what I mean. Like, it has this sour, fruity, smell, and then as soon as it hits your chest, it's like, ooh, that's sour.
Yeah, But not like in an off-putting way. It's like having like sour candy or something almost.
Yeah,
like
that's
that
what I
kind of
mean.
like pucker.
Yeah, it made me go, That's why I was like, during the conversation of, the lighting of the J, it needs to be done by the roller. But yeah, sometimes it just, I don't know.
It's a really pleasant aftertaste, though, because that fruitiness kind of just hangs out on your tongue. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it just kind of chills, like kind of right around the taste buds. Just kind of just coats around.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's like almost like a sour, like I said, like almost like a sour banana candy.
Mm-hmm.
But then it might also be like some residual apples or banana from inside the grinder, because I think that was the last strain that we had in there. So there might have been like some like residual shit that was like
But
sitting
that
in there.
wasn't real sour or anything.
No, that was really like
Fruity.
yeah. This one is definitely sour. Sour? Yeah, it's definitely sour.
Definitely.
Not gonna get it at Kmart, no.
Definitely not.
Yo, if Rain Man was out today, do you know how hard it would be to find a fucking Kmart?
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck,
Good
right?
luck, Chuck. You're not finding yourself at Kmart. Not around these parts.
You ain't finding one around here.
Goodness.
I think I've seen a super Kmart, like, in existence still, with like in the last few years, but I don't know where I was.
Half tempted to Google nearest
Yeah,
Kmart.
yeah.
Here, let's do it. See what happens.
Well, I remember I worked for Kmart for a little bit. They got bought out by Sears, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
And then at that time, the store was starting to make their transition.
Westwood, New Jersey is the closest Kmart store.
See, that's what I mean. I thought I was like by like, and there's a super Kmart somewhere.
Okay, I gotta look that up now.
Which that was like really fucking weird. That was like super Kmart. I was like, super Kmart. I was like, what?
Yeah, I want to know about this super Kmart.
That's why when my cousin took us to the Super Target.
Oh, that was so cool. I enjoyed the Super Target, I'm not even gonna lie, in North Carolina. That was super cool.
Yeah.
But I love Target, so.
Which we gotta make another trip down.
Yeah,
soon.
She actually just hit me up on Facebook. She wants us to review her blog and critique it before it goes live.
Good.
Yeah, I thought that was really sweet of her to reach out. So it's funny you mentioned her. Because she just hit us up.
Shout out to Britt.
Yes. Beautiful cousin.
So, there's a lot of fun shit.
Yeah, good things happening.
This gets 2 thumbs up, though. Laughing gas. Definitely, I would say I don't know, maybe it's hard to say, but this might be my favorite cookie strain.
So far, I think so. Like, I feel good on the body, but there's also this head uplift, too, at the same time.
Yeah, it's
nice.
It's a good feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad. It's,
and the flavor's nice, the aroma, everything about it. It's pretty darn pleasant. So if you haven't checked it out and you are a medical patient in Pennsylvania, be sure to check out Cookies Laughing Gas strain. So it's definitely one worth checking out. And I believe it was coming in close to 21% THC on their label there. So that's pretty pretty darn decent. They have
Yeah.
a good number of strains out now, so.
And respect your motherfucking flower. And roll it in a roll.
Yeah, take good care of your flowers.
Don't backwood it.
No, you wouldn't taste all the components of that flower. Like, that's the problem with some of these flavored wraps and things. You're not really getting to enjoy the flower the same way.
And I know that there's a Packwoods out there.
Yeah.
Right? Which I know they're popular.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say no to a nice cigar once in a while.
No, definitely not.
But if I'm going to be looking for that connoisseur level, it's got to be a raw paper, in my opinion. Like, because it's going to burn, well. And not only that, like, it doesn't have a flavor to it, really. So then you're literally just tasting what the flower,
unadulterated flower,
has, offered to you.
Exactly. It's like, and it's, natural. It's hemp. So you're already using a part of the plant. So there's just something better about that. Well,
that's if you get the hemp one.
Yes, which the black ones that we use, the black label, are the hemp ones.
Yes. I like it.
Me too.
It's not too bad.
And they're not very much more expensive than the original raws, so.
No. Well, raws are raws, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're all good.
It's a leaf paper, though. Mm-hmm. So I will say that it is a leaf paper. Yep. So it's a blend. And that blend is pretty damn good.
Pretty darn perfect for rolling.
And then the rotini fucking noodle, bruh.
Just where it's at is better than any paper filter you'll ever use.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, rolling up a paper filter is such a pain in the ass. But
you get a bunch of crap in your mouth anyway most of the time.
Yeah.
Except for when you roll them. You usually do a pretty good job with that, too. He's kind of a joint master of sorts.
Especially when you eat ass, you get crap in your mouth, too.
I hope not.
Poops. Fucking dogs eat poops. Speaking of the poopsikins, she made her way.
She did make her way up here and into my lap. And she's passed out.
Yeah. Which, it's about that time.
Yeah.
We'll do a quick update. Studio project is still working on music, so that's good. And it's going. Very slow. Very slow this time, though. Because it's like the holidays and shit, like...
It's a chaotic time of year.
And we're all composers. You know what I mean? Like, at this phase in our career, you know what I mean? So we're all composers in our own minds and in our own right. So it's like, what about this and that and this? Like, there's like probably too many fucking versions right now. So eventually we'll be able to reel it in, maybe. But if maybe we need a drummer to really reel us in.
Probably.
Need that drummer, man. So if you're listening and you're like, you know what, I could fuck with you, man. You're a weird guy, but I could fuck with you. And come rock with us. How about that? devilsdenradio.com. You just hit me up and just be like, I'm your drummer. In the title.
I'm your drummer.
What? Yeah, that's. I would open that email. I'd be like, fuck, and then I get like hit with like a fucking virus now. Shit. No, I know that. not that asshole that clicks those stupid ass links and shit and does all that dumb
Oh my
shit. Like,
gosh.
and gets people's fucking accounts locked out.
Yeah.
Yo,
Some lady did that at work already. It was pretty funny.
yeah, fucking idiots.
I know. I'm like, you're a moron. Like, you didn't honestly click that.
Yeah,
did.
I had to download it in my email. Check the links.
To download what?
Go to devilsdenradio.com or patreon.com/devilsdenradio to take stock in the show. All right, because we need your dough.
Our computer's dying, man.
This computer's fucking dying. It's fucking dying. Like, you don't hear this thing. It's like, ah. I remember one time I was like searching on files and shit, and you can hear.
It sounded like an.
Like
It was scary.
And it's like you could hear it almost like
It's thinking.
like thinking about going through like all those files, and it was like,
Poor thing.
yeah, it's like so old.
It's like, can you please allow me to retire?
I will.
Eventually.
I'll let it die.
We
but-
love you. Stay alive.
But
just
honestly,
a little longer.
like I might have to hit up this company and be like, yo, I bought your shit and it still works.
Best damn computer ever.
Can I get sponsored by you, please?
Yeah.
And can you send me that thing that you need to give me? Like, you know.
You should honestly reach out to them and be like, this has been the best product ever.
Yeah. You saved my ass through so much. And the funny thing is, I got a DVD drive on it. like
A DVD,
a DVD drive. Not like
what the hell?
yeah, and DVD RW.
Yeah, what the hell is, like, do they even put those in computers at all anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, did we lose you? Oh no, we lost the DevilJon.
Oh, no.
Oh no, this is not good. Here, we can always quick share since we were getting ready.
we're
Oh,
good.
he fixed himself.
Yeah, it's just one of those fucking days.
It
But anyway.
is.
The show is available, like I said, on all platforms. Spotify, iTunes, and
Amazon Music.
Yeah, wherever you're listening to music, you know, because obviously YouTube is even a place that you can listen to the show. So check out the Cookie Strain if you're in Pennsylvania or anywhere, because it's a brand that is global. Feels like it's fucking global.
Yeah.
You can even buy Cookies merchandise.
Like we did.
Yep. Yep.
And I won some for my terpene knowledge. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
Gotta take the wins where you can. Pays to be a stoner every now and again.
Yes, it does. But, couples that slay together will stay together. And, there's probably gonna be, like, another little coining thing that we'll have to do when it's just the
two of us.
the wife and I. But it just feels weird. 'Cause I'm like, do we both say his line?
That's what I was wondering. Like, how do we do that? I
don't
guess
know.
so.
Oh,
We'll have
like-
to say it together to keep our hippie friend here with us.
Yeah.
Just not the same without him. We always miss him.
It's
We need that hippie energy.
the smell of patchouli is just not here anymore.
No.
But when he comes back, It'll be here.
The aroma will fill the den once more, and the sound of flip-flops will slap against the wood.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be right with the world again. And we can ask him for his fancy pocket knives and beef jerky.
Yo, his decorative knives.
Oh, there it is. Decorative knives and beef jerky.
You look like you sell decorative knives and fucking beef jerky. And like he's like thinking like that's very specific.
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck?" Like you could see it on his face. Like, but I can totally get the beef jerky.
The decorative knives is just to get you to buy the beef jerky.
Yeah, it's what got you to walk over to the stand.
Right.
But you're gonna buy the overpriced beef jerky in the end because it's delicious. Hopefully they have turkey.
You're getting pretty fair market value on the knives, but on the beef jerky, you're getting fucked.
Fucked hard.
Fucked really hard.
Might feel like you took that knife up your ass.
You should have just took the knife.
You really should have bought the knife.
And you would have got a free bag of jerky.
Oh, don't you know?
Yeah. And it's not so decorative now. But, so take a chance. Go to devilsdenradio.com. Go to patreon.com/devilsdenradio. And be cool like Shane, VeganJosh, and Mary, who all take stock at the $5 level. So they always get a special shout out. And I like to do it at least once or twice, but
definitely.
Shoot, we even dedicate episodes to our people. So we're going to have to do a Mary episode, for her, because her and her family, shit, man. It was weird because of the past career, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it was very rare that I met people that, like, I would say, got me. Like, in a sense. It was like, oh, okay, I got you. I understand you. Because I always lied about who I was.
Yeah, you were confusing, honestly. As a work
fucking
colleague, I wasn't sure entirely how to read you at first either.
I fucking lied. All through and through. But the one thing is this. I never lied myself.
You just let other people
I just
think
let
what
other
they were
people
gonna
think
You
what they
didn't
were going to
deny
think.
it.
And then I was like, and just let
Yeah.
the narrative run. Which had a lot of split narratives.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
bet.
convoluted narratives where it's like, no, none of those are real.
None of those are accurate.
But that's funny, and I love it, and it worked. And I told every dude that I knew that was going into it, I was like, dude, if you plan on staying in this shit, you need to play the game like this. And do it like this. Don't do it like exactly how I do it, because then you're unapproachable at times. But it'll work. And you can continue to make a paycheck and nobody's going to stab you in the back right away.
Yeah, right away.
Right away. Anyway. Yeah, man, I think every job, though, before we, get out of here, let's all rant about, jobs. Because no matter what it is, jobs fucking suck. And nobody's like, I love my job. No, you're a fucking sadist. You're a fucking sadist.
And a liar if you say
And
you
a
love
fucking
it.
liar. You know what I mean? You should enjoy, doing it to a certain degree. You know what I mean? But, it should also be, I would say, somewhat challenging to a degree as well. That's the reason why you're getting paid. Because if it was, super easy, then why are you getting paid to do it?
Yeah.
And if anybody else could do it, once again, why are we paying you to do that then? Not me,
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
personally, but it's like, why are you getting paid to do that? And so in every aspect of, you know, work, it's just like, you know what, how do you promote peace of mind? You know?
Yeah, that's the biggest challenge.
Because there's there's no number in my world that gets me close to peace of mind. Which is funny because I used to have a magic number, and that magic number has changed. And I was like, oh shit, like now I got that number. Check the links. And it's like, I got that number now again. And it's like, don't feel any better or worse, really.
No.
But if anything, I feel like a little more frustrated. I don't know, but like, I've done a lot of fun shit in between though. And the show here is obviously going to start taking shape in a different form as well, with different things. Like there's even a spin-off, you know, in works of Devil's Den. There's a spin-off.
Oh.
There's an idea for a spin-off.
Okay.
So, and then there's the cover band. There's a fucking, like, original band. You got your crafts, you know, and things.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, so.
I'm getting there, though. I want to eventually
There's
be
a
able to
holiday.
pour the epoxy resin table tops
Yeah.
and counters. That's my goal, is to be able to learn to do counters and floors. I'm
That'd be
starting
cool.
small, but I want to learn how to do the big shit so I can make some real money.
Could do our kitchen table.
I know, because it's a piece of shit already, so I can fuck with it first. That was part of my thought process. It's a good experiment.
A piece of shit. It's just in rough condition.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
like,
old.
you're like, it's a piece of shit. And it's like, it's still holding up, and people can
Well,
still
honestly, it's not a piece of shit because it has stood the test of time and still stands straight up without a single wobble or anything. So honestly, it's not a piece of shit. It's just old and needs some resurfacing and love, which is the point of what I was going to do anyway.
But, I was like, yeah, piece of shit would
It's
mean
not
like
really.
it's like it wouldn't be savable. Like
No.
a piece of shit is not savable.
Okay, well, it's not a piece of shit. The
It's in
kitchen
rough
It's
condition.
in rough condition. It just needs a little loving.
Need some love.
Loving.
TLC.
Like most of us do. We all need a little love.
I guess so. But I guess the Beatles were right.
Yes, of course they were.
All you need is hate. You got
Hatebreed.
it. Hatebreed.
All you need is hatebreed.
All you need is hatebreed.
There you go, Jamie Josta. That one's for you, bro.
Oh! Destroy everything!
And after the day John had, I think that's pretty much all he needs is
It's like-
some hatebreed.
To do I fucking hate my Jamie Hatebreed voice.
Yeah.
Yo! Yeah, man, he's but no, well, there are, I would say, acquaintances, you know, for sure, but definitely I'm a fan, you know, because it was like, you know, the stuff that they put out, you know, Satisfaction, Perseverance,
I love
like
Perseverance. That's my fave.
those ones kind of hit me in those pivotal moments of like, all right, can I do this? Should I do this? And it's like, yo, Hatebreed just signed to Universal and did Perseverance. That's dope, and it sounds good. But I don't know. It just lets you know that when you're metal, you know what I mean? It just you're just better. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we're getting gonna get the fuck out of here. Sucks that we didn't have our hippie friend, but we still went an hour and 15 minutes. How about
Somehow.
that? Somehow. So I guess until next week, stay metal.
Be metal,
But
but recycle.